A 7-year-old boy climbed over a locked gate into someone's pool without permission, and when his parents found out, they just laughed about it.
Alright. This story is called AITJ for telling my neighbor her kid isn't allowed in my PO. Let me read this to you.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Let's hear it.
AITJ for telling my neighbor her kid isn't allowed in my pool after she forgot him at my house. I'm honestly still shaking a bit while writing this because I hate confrontation, but I feel like I'm being treated like a villain in my own neighborhood.
Oh, absolutely not.
My husband and I bought our house about 2 years ago. One of the main reasons we chose it was the backyard and the pool. We have 2 kids, and they practically live in that water during the summer.
Facts.
Wait, so they specifically bought this house for the pool? That's important context. This isn't just a nice to have, it's literally a feature they invested in.
Right, it's their property, their choice what happens there.
Exactly. Not exactly an unreasonable starting position.
Not this.
A few months ago, a new couple moved in next door with their 7-year-old boy. At first, things were fine. We did the whole welcome to the neighborhood thing, and our kids played together a few times. The problem started about 3 weeks ago. The parents started sending their son over to play, but neither of them would come with him. They'd just watch him walk across the lawn from their porch and then go back inside. Basically, I became an unpaid lifeguard and babysitter for a kid that is not mine.
Oh wow.
Nah bro, hold up, they're just sending the kid over? No supervision, no asking permission each time? That's not neighborly, that's using her as free childcare.
And she's not even getting asked, she's just discovering him there.
Indeed. The assumption is quite something.
Here's what's happening, they're testing boundaries. They start with the kid coming over a few times, then gradually it becomes, he just shows up, and now they're not even asking. She needs to shut this down now before it gets harder. Because it will get harder.
This is them grooming her into being the unpaid daycare, it's deliberate.
The way I gasped.
The breaking point happened last Saturday. I told the mom earlier that morning that we were busy and could not have company. Around 2 p.m., I looked out my kitchen window and saw her son inside my gated pool area. He had climbed over the fence.
So he just climbed the fence? Like, what is she supposed to do, install razor wire? Sorry little dude, pool's closed, razor wire Wednesday.
Ha. I'm picturing her just watching this happen like, are you kidding me right now?
So check this out.
A kid climbing a fence into a gated pool area is literally every parent's nightmare scenario.
And her nightmare scenario, honestly, because now she's responsible whether she asked for it or not.
It gets worse. I ran out there and got him out safely, then walked him back home. Both parents were in their garage hanging out. When I told them what happened, they did not even look scared. The dad just laughed and said, "Oh, he's such a little fish. He just loves your pool so much, we did not have the heart to tell him no." Then the mom chimed in with, "It takes a village, right?"
You can't make this up.
If you want to hear how this ends, make sure you follow FPM stories so you don't miss the next one. Oh no no no. They laughed when she told them their child climbed an unsupervised fence to get into someone else's pool. That's not parenting, that's negligence with a smile.
And it gets worse, because they're about to make an argument that somehow doesn't hold water.
He laughed when his 7-year-old bypassed a gate to get into someone else's pool unsupervised. That's not cute, that's a wake-up call he's ignoring.
Yo.
I told them right then that he is not allowed in my pool area without me being there and one of them being there to watch him too. I told them it's a huge safety risk and I'm not comfortable with the liability.
She literally said, "I'm not comfortable with the liability," and they heard, "I hate children and joy." Like, no, she said, "I don't want a lawsuit when your kid becomes a news story."
Right? She's being a realist and they're acting like she kicked a puppy.
Wait till you hear what happens next.
She said liability and safety and they heard, "You're all uninvited to my yacht club." Those are different conversations.
They both got really offended and called me heartless. They said that since I'm already out there with my kids, it should not matter if one more joins in. The mom even posted on our local Facebook group about wealthy neighbors who think they own the water and how some people have no sense of community.
She set a boundary and they went to Facebook to complain? That's textbook manipulation, making her the villain to the neighborhood instead of just respecting what she said.
The wealthy neighbor's dig is particularly nasty when she's just asking them to supervise their own child.
Quite calculated, really.
They went on Facebook to call her wealthy and heartless because she won't let their unsupervised kid use her pool? Bro, if that's the worst problem you have, that's a blessing.
Stop it. I'm screaming. They literally proved her point. They care so little about watching their own child that they'd rather get the neighborhood mad at her.
And then?
The Facebook post is the tell. If they actually thought they did nothing wrong, they wouldn't need to spin her as heartless. They know they're out of line and they're trying to make the neighborhood do their work for them, pressure her back into compliance.
That's manipulation dressed up as victimhood, and it's working on people who don't have the full story. The second you run to the neighborhood Facebook group instead of just listening to a boundary, you've already lost the moral argument.
Now, they are not speaking to me, and some of the other neighbors are giving me weird looks. I feel like I'm just trying to keep a kid from drowning and protect myself from a lawsuit, but people are making me feel like I'm being a mean girl because I won't let a 7-year-old swim whenever he wants.
So now she's getting social pressure for something that's completely reasonable. She's not banning the kid to be cruel, she's protecting herself and literally keeping a 7-year-old alive.
The neighborhood turning on her is wild because she's actually the responsible one here.
The irony is rather thick, yes.
She's not keeping their kid out of the pool, she's keeping them from becoming a news story. There's a difference. The neighborhood's mad at her for what? Existing? Having a pool? Setting a boundary about supervision?
For being the adult in the room while they're avoiding responsibility. People hate that.
So check this out.
Yo!
Am I the jerk here? Too long didn't read. My married neighbors keep letting their 7-year-old son sneak into my pool without asking. When I told them he's banned for safety and liability reasons, they called me heartless and complained to the neighborhood.
I can't.
Nah bro, she's not the jerk, not even close. These neighbors sent their 7-year-old unsupervised, he climbed a fence, they laughed about it, she set a reasonable boundary, and they went on Facebook to turn the neighborhood against her instead of just supervising their kid. That's on them.
She's absolutely in the right. She's protecting herself, protecting their child, and asking for the bare minimum, parental supervision. The fact that this is controversial says everything about how they're manipulating the situation. She shouldn't feel guilty for a second. Follow FPM Stories. We post every single day. Drop your verdict in the comments.
Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.